All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where your opinion is a lie. And I'm taking a quick break here for a minute. This is just going to be a quick 10-minute video, 15-minute video. And it's ultimately going to be anybody who's ever watched the channel, listening, anybody who's just tuned in. If you've been approached by David E. Taylor or this religious cult, JMMI, Kingdom of God, Global Church, Marvels in America, World Healing. Okay, it's going by 3 different names. It's going by JMMI, KOGGC, or Kingdom of God, Global Church, or Marvels in America, World Healing. 3 names. 3 names this one cult is going by. The leader is David E. Taylor. You got Michelle Brannon, number 2 in charge. You got Joseph Bush, his fucking peon fucking lieutenant. Tony, Steve, Ash, all these people that are there. Anybody that is still involved is our cult. This is a cult, you guys, okay? And ultimately what it's going to be about is anybody that's been approached by these people to sign contracts or do business, don't fucking do it. Do not do business with these people, okay? Don't do it. They're facing a lawsuit out of Florida right now, okay? There's a lawsuit. I'm looking at the receipts right now, okay? David, you can't say, okay? David, you can't say that these charges that they only spent that this place owes you $300,000. You know how I know that, David? Because I'm looking at the fucking invoice right now. Okay? There is no fucking way you're going to get out of this money. Say you had your own expert come down and say that they've only done a third of the work. You're a fucking liar. Who's your expert, David? Who's your expert? You're going to have Tony come down and look at it? Joseph, Fadi, Michelle, Steve, Ashley? Who's your fucking expert? Who is your expert, David? You? You're no fucking expert. David, what happened? We knew this was going to happen. We called this. We fucking knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. We're like, oh shit. He is going to fuck these people over the first chance he gets. What happened? He fucks them over. David signs a contract with Movie Prop Rentals. And this is a really reputable company, guys. This is a very, very reputable company. If you see in movies, guess what? A good portion of movies you've seen, these people have built the fucking set for, okay? No bullshit. I've done the research. These guys are very well known. David was trying to roll with the big boys like fucking Metallica, Christina Aguilera, Lady Gaga. He really was. David was trying to fucking roll with the big boys on this stage, right? And he didn't. He couldn't afford it. So what does he do? He tries to fuck over the company that's building the stage for him, right? And they've already come out and said, oh, well, we have somebody else building it for us now, so we don't need to worry about it. If there's somebody out there that's trying to build this stage for him, don't fucking do it. You're not going to get paid. You're going to end up in litigation. You'll end up in a fucking court case with them. I don't know how many times we can come out and say this to the public. Don't do business with these people. Don't do it. Do not do business with them. Don't sign contracts. Don't take money from them. Nothing. Don't take anything from them. It's a fucking cult and they're laundering money through these transactions. Right? This is dirty fucking money that they put into this stage, you guys. This is dirty fucking money that they put into these projects. All the mansions, it's all dirty money, you guys. It's all laundered money. David hasn't been filing or paying his taxes, reporting it to the government. This is money laundering. This is money laundering through multiple exemptions. Then he dumps it into a fucking project. David, it says right here what you owe them. Exclusive of interest and lawyer fees, $1.262 million. So $1,262,668, David, is what you owe them. The actual production expenses total was $858,593. Okay? I'm looking at the transactions right here, David. I'm looking at them. I'm wondering what kind of documents you got to produce for this fucking case, too. Man, I hope they fucking make you produce fucking everything. I fucking hope so. It looks like Joseph Bush. So Joseph, you signed the verification on this fucking lawsuit? Joseph, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker out there, dude. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker out there. You have no idea what you just did. I, Joseph Bush, representative of the Kingdom of God Global Church and Joshua Media Ministries International, declare under penalties of perjury that I have read the foregoing and the facts alleged therein are true, correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Okay, he's just a representative. He's not the head of KOGGC. He's just a representative. David E. Taylor. If David tries to weasel his way out of this, David E. Taylor is the head of all these organizations: JMMI, Kingdom of God Global Church, and Marvels in America World Healing. Okay, so don't do business with him. Don't do business with him. This is prime proof. The hotel down in Houston, guess what? That's going to end in a lawsuit also. Eagles Fly In, the people that sold it to him, guess what? Give it about 6 more months. You're going to be fucking serving them paperwork. You're probably already working on it, honestly. Probably already working on it. The overhead on that hotel alone is just, it's out of control. David thinks moving these people into a hotel is going to make his problems go away. David, you forget we're still filing fraud against you. We're still filing fraud against you, David. You forget that, right? You forget. Speaking of which, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that right now while I have you guys right here. I will go ahead, David. I will compose my email. eoclass@irs.gov. Okay. This is how long it takes me right here. I already have the PDF here. And all I do is I just go in and I update the date on it. 6/13. So 6/13. Then save it. Yes, I want to replace it. Okay. Cool. All right. And this is how we've been reporting them. Anybody that's ever wondered, right, if this couldn't be done, it's getting done, right? And how we do it, I have links on my channel that that you can get this form. Okay. So do David E. Taylor. Michelle Brannon. JMMI. KOGGC. And Marvels in America World Healing. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to attach the lawsuit to it too. Let me go ahead and attach more files. I'll attach the lawsuit to it. Whether or not it's going to help, I don't know. But it says it tells you if you have any information that is pertinent, go ahead and attach it. So I'll go ahead and attach the lawsuit. Put hello again. Here's another form. 13909 for David E. Taylor and his money laundering sex cult. Attached is also the current lawsuit, federal lawsuit at that, right? It's federal civil too, it's not federal criminal yet. Lawsuit they are going to jury trial for. This trial is set to take place in October. For a breach of contract. All the info is enclosed. There, that's it, sent. Done, sent, okay. So, anybody that's doing business with David, don't do it. Don't do business with him, please. You're going to end up in a lawsuit. I promise. I promise. David has managed to tie himself up in a lawsuit every 3 years, give or take, on average. We went from Debbie Frazier to Harold Lewis to Movie Prop Rentals, right? And no doubt it's going to go to Eagles Fly In next. Anybody that has been approached by this cult or asked to take money from them, don't do it because it's dirty fucking money. It's being laundered. The money that he's paying for all these projects, the money that he's using to pay for all these projects is dirty money. His exemption has been revoked from JMMI, right? So that tax exemption has been revoked. He's moved the money effectively from JMMI into Kingdom of God Global Church and dumped all the assets from JMMI. This is how it's going to work. I'm telling you. that Kingdom of God Global Church is just a brand new tax exemption. There's no way he could fucking buy all those properties with it being a brand new tax exemption. There's no fucking way. He took the money from JMMI after it was revoked and bam, dumped it into all the fucking properties. Oh, that's Kingdom of God Global Church money now. Oh, and we have an LLC and an incorporated. That's how he's doing this. It's criminal as fuck. Then you get lawyers involved to actually help him do the paperwork. Winners and King Associates right here. These guys right here. See these guys? Winners and King Associates, right? These assholes sent me a cease and desist. These guys, Winners and King out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, are actually helping them break the fucking law, right? No bullshit. This law firm is helping them break the law. It's telling them, oh yeah, go ahead and do this, 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 and this, and they can't touch it. Nope, bullshit. David's committing fucking crimes. Those laws fucking don't apply when you break the law. So Winners and King, eat a dick. Okay, you guys are fucking criminal as fuck. All right. You know what's funny, Winners and King? You guys are a bunch of fucking pansy ass motherfuckers too. Really. You talking to you guys, it's clear what you guys are all about. You guys are scam artists. That's all you are. You guys are just fucking corrupt, dirty, stinky ass fucking bullshit ass lawyers, right? That's all you guys are. That right there, Winners and King, is just money out of David's pocket on my desk. That's all you guys got out of it was money. Try to fucking fear tactic and get a fucking cult involved. I urge everybody to go on Winners and King and fucking leave a shit review about it. Fucking saying that they're supporting fucking corrupt fucking cults and shit. I did. I went out there and fucking put a review on it. Said, hey, this is a fucking law firm that's representing a corrupt fucking pastor, right? Helping them fucking launder dirty money. And I wholeheartedly agree that's what Winners and King is doing, is helping them launder the fucking money. Why else would you get a lawyer involved in something like this? Unless you're doing something fucking dirty, right, David? Why would you get lawyers involved? Oh, to help set that way they can tell you what to do. That way you don't get fucked over. Right? David is laundering money, and he's using businesses to do it, and his properties, and all this other bullshit that he's doing. And now he's running videos on his Kingdom of God Global Church channel, right? Saying that they're now using the hotel for church needs, right? To get the fucking write-off on it. You guys file the fraud reports against him, man. File the fraud against him. This case is going to jury trial. It's going to jury trial in October, you guys. It says right here that David has fucking requested it, basically. Let's take a peek here. It says right here. Contract. It says counter plaintiffs hereby demand a trial by jury on the claims and issues the triable by jury. And this was, I hereby, September 23rd, 2022. So they won a jury trial. They ain't got a fucking pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. You guys are going to lose. You guys are going to lose. All of you guys. David, you're going to lose. You're going to lose for sure. You're going to lose this one, David, for sure, man. You will lose. There's no way you could win this one. It's too much money. It's too much money. You know it. I know it. Man, I'm wondering what kind of fucking records you guys got to produce. I'd really like to see that subpoena for those records. I'd really like to see what records are produced. I really would. They need to get This is what these law firms need to get. They need to get IRS records. They need to get IRS applications. They need to get the tax exempt applications. They need to get the letters for the LLCs, for the incorporations, for the exemptions, for the revoke status. Right? They need to get checks, pay stubs, W-2s, 990s, everything. Bank accounts, deposits, withdrawals, transfers, credit card numbers. Every dollar, that's what is gonna need. Every fucking document for both of these organizations, say I would go back 10 years, honestly. You know, six would be good. 5, 6 years. Honestly, I'd go back 10 on this motherfucker though. Shit. 5 years, I'd go 10. That's what I'm saying. I think 6 would be good, but 10 would be better, right? Go back 10 years, pull all the financial records for this place, right, and see how much fucking money they have laundered using their multiple exemptions. Well, let's take it back to 2015. What is that? That's not even 10 years, right? That's 9, 8. That's 8 years. 7 years, 7, 8 years. I think 8 years would be good on this one. Moving back to 2017. Say when the deposition was released, right? That was 2 years after the deposition was actually filmed. It was released. 18, 19, 21, 2. So go back 6 years. 6 years, right? Man, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Anyways, once again, anybody who's thinking about doing business with these people, don't do it. Okay? You're going to end up in a fucking lawsuit. I promise you. You'll end up in a lawsuit. The only reason David paid the taxes on the houses is because he had to. And he waited till the last minute. And he paid a lot of taxes this last year. And he recently pulled a $40,000 credit card, maxed it, bam, like that. I guarantee that 40 grand went to his lawyers. $40,000 to his lawyers, just like that. Bam, gone, 40 grand. Howdy, gone. Now he's going to start using the church funds to pay off that credit card that's in his personal name. And you can't do that. That's illegal. You can't, David, you can't pay your church, you can't pay your legal battles out of church funds. Right? And you know what you're doing. I do. I know what you're doing, David. David's like, fuck, you found out. God damn it. How come he always finds all this stuff out about me? Why, David? Because I'm not going to put up with your shit. Your whole game of fear and intimidation, guess what? Fucking flipped it on you, bud. Flipped it on you. Your big get down is intimidation, right? Fear. Guess what, David? You're scared. You guys are scared. You guys are now scared. Your whole fucking cult is scared. You know it, David. You know your whole cult is scared, which is exactly why you started sending out the threats and shit like that, right? So, the school, all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The school, everything that David is doing is all a lie. It's a lie to get your money to pay his bills. Nobody's getting paid in this cult. It's a forced labor cult, you guys. It's in Houston, Texas. Anybody in Houston, Texas has been approached by these guys to do business. Don't fucking do it with them, okay? You're helping them clean their money. I guarantee it. They're in a lot of trouble, you guys. Stay tuned for more.